Happy Friday, Switch Force. Hope you're all doing well. We've got some real interesting Switch news bites to digest. Today we're talking a bogus Black Friday lie. We're talking Link's Awakening getting fixed. We're talking a free Mewtwo and some other interesting Pokemon insights. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switch Force. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this new information and this crazy Black Friday bogusness. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and like these news recaps where I find some of the most interesting Switch stuff and bring it to your attention. So it's no secret that Nintendo is on a roll right now. Switch Lite is out at $200, they've got a special edition coming, and the Switch itself is cruising. But everyone wants to know, what will the sales be around Black Friday and the holiday season? I recently talked about how a sale saving about $38 was a fantastic one off a V2 Switch because I didn't foresee it getting that crazy in November or December. Maybe a free game, but not really much of a discount. Well, the deal site CheapAssGamer has a post of a supposed Walmart Black Friday ad, and it is anything but honest. This is a complete lie, a complete bogus post. So if you've seen it at all, or you got your hopes up, shut that all down. What the ad shows is a $50 price drop for the Switch Lite and a $100 price drop for the Switch. Now, come on. That's a little bit overboard. In fact, it's a lot bit overboard. If you're going to make a fake Black Friday deal post, one, I don't know how that benefits you. I guess you have extra time on your hands and you like Photoshop. But if you're going to make something to try and convince Switch fans that they've got this superstar deal coming in the future and they're about to save, don't make it this unrealistic. $100 off a Switch? First of all, it doesn't matter the price. That's an insane amount of savings for a system that was the best seller last year and this year, was the most searched item on Amazon during the summer for gaming, and is going to be probably the biggest seller again this holiday season. Also, you don't drop the thing down to $200 when your Switch Lite is $200, and you definitely don't cut $50 off the Switch Lite when it just released. So we'll keep our eyes peeled for some Black Friday sales. I'm sure some actual legitimate sales will leak a bit early, but these definitely aren't it. Alright, Link's Awakening saw its first patch, and people were hopeful that it would include a fix to the frame rate issues. They didn't really bother me as I played through the game, but I know they did bother some folks, and it's a little odd that a game that comes from decades ago and has a very nice but cute and simplistic art style would be suffering performance issues, especially because Nintendo normally nails that with their first-party titles and have done so on Switch with far bigger, more expansive experiences. But when version 1.0.1 released, it had no fix for frame rate. In fact, it didn't really fix much except one specific bug where Marin stopped moving in Toronbo shores and the game would lock up. So now it fixes this error, and if you download this update, it'll also fix saved games where the error is already in effect. Obviously, we can't complain about Nintendo correcting something that is buggy in their game, but we hoped that after a month's time, we would get an actual fix that maybe worked on the frame rate. Not sure that Nintendo is ever going to fix that. Maybe we'll see it, maybe not. You're kind of getting to that point where, like, it's been a long while, so it's kind of just frosty on the cake for past players and obviously beneficial for new buyers, but I don't know that they view it as a substantial enough problem to make a significant fix. I personally don't think it's a big deal. I know some do, so if that's you, I hope they bring the fix, but this patch for Link's Awakening is not the one you've been looking for. I found this interesting because Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee have obviously been in the news a lot. You know, we're comparing the upcoming Sword and Shield to last year's Pokemon release, and they're very different. And it's interesting to hear the Pokemon Company, and Masuda specifically, talk about how they view Let's Go. You know, will they continue the idea of Let's Go, or is it all mainline from here on out? But there's also a new bonus for Let's Go, because Best Buy is doing this promo where if you show up in the store, download the Pokemon Pass app, you can get a free Mewtwo in your game. You don't need to buy anything at Best Buy, you just need to be there. You can grab the Pokemon Pass app on iPhone or Android, and between November 4th and November 14th, leading up to the launch of Sword and Shield, you can redeem the code that you get via the app, via Best Buy, for a Mewtwo. It'll be a mystery gift within Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. It is a level 70 Mewtwo with Amnesia, Psychic, Teleport, Recover. Nothing fancy, nothing shiny, but you don't have to deal with all the in-game trouble to actually acquire Mewtwo. You can just grab one for free. So I think you can go and do it now, but you cannot redeem until November 4th as a little bit of a 10 days leading up to Pokemon Sword and Shield promo. In an interview with Eurogamer, Masuda also talked about the difficulty of Let's Go and sort of criticism feedback, which I thought was neat. They talked about, negative feedback in regards to the National Dex, Sword and Shield in general, and he said, you have to take criticism. For example, with Pokemon Let's Go, early on there were a lot of comments that it was too easy, or it was kind of a bit too kid-focused, and that sort of thing. That sort of comment is something you see and you take on board and really try and base improvements in the next game on the feedback you received from the last one. So this is good news if you were hoping that Sword and Shield would provide substantial challenge, and it does look like it will, especially given the previews we've read where they say, hey, the wild area is really open, and you can run into Pokemon that are 10 times your level, posing insane challenges very early on. Obviously, the max raid battles are also supposed to provide additional difficult encounters, but we'll have to wait and see until we get the game for ourselves how that pans out. I just like that the Pokemon Company is really trying to improve, and even though it's been perceived that they are going against the fans and making a whole bunch of bad moves, from what I read from them, like from Masuda himself and from people who have played the game, it does sound like they are actually trying to really reinvigorate and evolve Pokemon in smart and efficient ways. There's also another little tidbit on revisiting the Let's Go style. They asked Masuda if he would ever go back to that type of game after Sword and Shield, and he said, so at the moment there's no particular plans, but if the fans really like it, then definitely keep those voices coming out to the Pokemon Company and Nintendo and make sure we hear them. We want to hear those comments. I could definitely see this being the sort of scenario where odd years see the release of a remastered Let's Go-ified Pokemon game. Gold and Silver could get the treatment next. That would make a lot of sense. I kind of hope they will venture into different genres as well and deliver other unique Pokemon experiences on Switch. Obviously, we have Pokémon Tournament. That was a port. We've got Let's Go. We've got Sword and Shield. So honestly, we've got a lot of variety in the first 3 years of Switch when it comes to Pokemon, but there's probably more they can do, especially now given the power of a home console, and if there's eventually a Switch Pro, I'd like to see them really push the boundaries of Pokemon, if not in the main series, then maybe in some other kinds of genres. That's what I've got for you today. Let me know your take on this bogus Black Friday deal. Would you ever believe $50 off a Lite and $100 off an OG Switch? What do you think is a realistic discount for Black Friday on Nintendo's console? Were you hoping that Link's Awakening was going to fix the frame rate? Are you okay if they never modify what they've got? And then Pokemon Let's Go. Are you going to pick up Mewtwo in store at Best Buy, or has that ship sailed for you and you're just gearing up for Sword and Shield? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Until next time, thanks for being here. I love you a lot. Switch Force out.